Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis Podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis Podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now.
Hey y'all. I know. It's been a while and I promised new episodes and I have not delivered yet. But I plan to, and it's not for lack of wanting. Let me tell y'all how. Life has been, I'm not going to say kicking my ass. However, I will say that it's been evolving, it's been changing. Some of it I've been flowing with. Other things I've been resistant to until God finally was like, girl, stop playing with me, and forced me into the change. And I've been navigating those changes, and it's been not only finding the time and space to record, but also making sure that I have planned purposefully, Podcasting is something that I really do enjoy doing, and I do want to talk to y'all about some updates and some changes. And I want to go back to the root of why I started podcasting, and that was to have a space to share my thoughts and feelings, to have courageous conversations with those I love and care about, and those who are doing impactful things in the community or even just in our circle. It doesn't have to be widespread. And I really want to go back to that. And so I've been, even though I have not been recording, the podcast has been heavy on my mind. And I've really just been navigating kind of how I want to deliver. I don't just want to release episodes for the sake of releasing episodes. I don't want to just have a podcast for the sake of having a podcast. It needs to be something meaningful for me. Podcasting is not a thing that you can easily make money off of. And so that's not what my intent is, even though there was a moment where I kind of got lost in that sauce. That's no longer a goal for me. If it reaches the masses and it gets there, that's great, but that is not a goal. And so I want to, just like in anything that I do, have a level of integrity and connection to what I'm doing. And I just wanted to get back to the root of why I started podcasting. It was out of love, it was out of healing, and that's what I want to continue to do with the podcast. And so with that being said, there will probably be very few, I'm not going to say none, but very few actual videos. I will still be posting the podcast on YouTube, but my likeness will probably be on there and not my actual self. And that is for the sake of getting the podcast out to you guys, because video takes time and preparation that I no longer really have just laying around, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Being a mother of a toddler right now and navigating these changes in life, I can't do that. However, I can record a lot more easily, but not video record, because then that requires editing and such, and I don't have the bandwidth to edit video and to edit audio. It's a bit much for me. So I'm going to give myself grace and allow myself and give myself the permission to not do that right now. It's not never going to happen again. It's just not right now. And that makes me feel good to say. And that kind of goes back to the root of my podcast, right? I wasn't really into it for people to see me, and I know that helps with engagement and connection, but those who this is for will be fine with it, and it will be for them. And I listen to tons of podcasts, and a few of them don't have any type of video whatsoever, and I still tune in, and I know they still have listeners. And so again, whoever is with me and rocking with me is going to continue to rock with me. And so the hope of just focusing on audio, one, makes it easier gives me less to edit, and hopefully I'll be able to churn out some more episodes for you all on a more frequent basis. And that's the hope. The next piece that I wanted to just touch base with you all about is just how the podcast is going to pivot slightly, because life just is like that. Okay. So when I started the podcast, I can't even remember how old I was, but I was somewhere in my 30s, early 30s or so, or about to be, early-ish, mid 30s. And, life was different then. Things were different then. Focus was different then. Goals were different then. And now that I am in the later 30s, almost in my 40s, I'm a new mom now, and really digging into this entrepreneur world. I have different things that I want to talk about, different things that I'm focused on. And again, those who gonna rock with me, I still plan on talking about love, life, relationships, work, etc., and careers. Then I'm also going to be talking about what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, and that's motherhood, right? That's postpartum anxiety, that's pivoting, careers and work, that's navigating dating, that's all the things, what I'm saying, navigating relationships and all relationships, being a mother now, and the lessons learned, and just finances and all the things. So I do plan on touching on a lot of things, but it probably won't be exactly the same type of content. And again, it'll be from a different lens, because I definitely see the world different now. Being a mother, no longer having that level of freedom that I used. Are you feeling overwhelmed by the demands of life? Motherhood? At AJO Consulting Services, LLC, we offer comprehensive wellness services that include personalized coaching, doula care, consulting, and personal and professional development to help you navigate this beautiful yet challenging phase of life. Our services are designed to support individuals and communities, especially women, birthing people, and families of color, in creating a more joyful and stress-free experience. From family planning to postpartum care, we provide the tools and resources you need to thrive. Let AJO Consulting Services help you prioritize your well-being and create a healthier, happier future for yourself and your family. I have to do certain things and just having to be a lot more intentful. Not that I wasn't intentful before, but having to be a lot more intentful now in doing a lot of things, because I now have a little person who, I am in charge of and I have to take care of. And so the podcast will be pivoting in that way. And lastly, and more excitingly, I am going to be relaunching my business, and I'm not sure by the time this podcast is released if I would have already done so, but you guys have heard the advertisements that I've had for AJO Consulting Services. And due to life, due to these past experiences of being pregnant, giving birth, and all of that, which I will absolutely speak to y'all about, I promise on that, I've pivoted not only the podcast, but also my business as well. And that is due to the fact that there are so many things that I experienced that I wished that I could have had guidance on. That I wished I had someone to help me or just speak to about, and so that they can help me navigate these things. And I didn't have that, or I did, but only to a certain capacity. And I feel like this experience that I've endured, the things that I've gone through, which baby, if you don't laugh about it, you fit to cry, yell, or scream. So I feel like those experiences were necessary for me to put my skills to the test, to put my endurance to the test, and to do so in order to help others. And I feel like this whole experience has reignited a passion inside of me that has been dulled or kind of burnt out for a long time. And I just feel more alive now when it comes to thinking about my business and the work that I'm doing. And so that is also something that I am looking forward to that is happening very, very soon. So please, please, please support in any way you can. And if you don't need services, definitely forward the information to someone who might need the services. It is 1000% free to just, like, share, comment, for a business. And so I would be eternally grateful if you all did that. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with you all again. I really, really enjoy podcasting, and I want to continue doing it. I want y'all to extend grace to me in the way I've extended to myself in understanding, and you guys are living life, so y'all know how it is. Podcasting is, though it seems like everybody named mama got a podcast and a mic. However, it's not as simple as it may seem, and it is very hard to remain consistent, especially if you have a million other things going on. But trust and know that I really, really, really do enjoy this. It is definitely something that's near and dear to my heart, and I can't wait to connect with you. So, till the next episode, love y'all.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Oasis Podcast. I hope you were able to find something that resonated with you on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts and YouTube. Rate us and leave us a review and comment on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and YouTube. Share your favorite episode and like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, want to be a guest, or any show ideas, contact us at ajaysoasis@gmail.com. That's AAYJAYSOASIS@gmail.com, or direct message us on Instagram and Facebook.